Alright, so starting off in the Monte today, had two other videos shot and edited, but I figured I was going to scrap those and just combine what I was talking about in those videos in this one. But before I do that, we got some stuff. I'm not sure if you guys can see back on the workbench, but we got some stuff in. We're about to start working on the exhaust for the 85, but before that, had to clean up the garage a little bit. There's a few things missing back there. Made a little bit of extra room in the garage, and this last week pretty much it's been cold, so I haven't been out in the garage too much working on anything. Just getting stuff ready for, like I said, the exhaust. Working on some interior stuff, so I think I have the interior figured out. I stopped by, well, I was working with the sewing machine a little bit, got that figured out, and then we ended up at the Chevy dealership the other day checking out a couple Corvettes. Well, not checking out the Corvettes, but you had to look at them while they're there. Checking out the interior and some of the stuff done with that gave me some ideas on what to do with the interior with the 85. And then I posted some shorts on Instagram and Facebook, and I had some good ideas from El Leroy. He hit me up with some good ideas on Instagram. We're bouncing ideas back and forth, and I think I'm gonna use a couple of his ideas he suggested. So, man, Instagram is, you could reach out, get in touch with just about anybody. And lately, there's been a lot of people, a lot of larger channels and pages and stuff, just networking, bouncing ideas off of each other, and just going from there. So there's a few people that I think I'm gonna run into this year, or like I said, I'm gonna try to make the Classic G-Body Garage meet out in Ohio this year in July. So I'm looking forward to that. And you know, Raymond Walker, he's gonna be out there. So can't wait to check out his car and meet him. I'll be scrolling on the phone a little bit, getting people's names. Tune on 24 is supposed to be coming out here to Colorado. We'll probably link up when he's out here. Of course, Warren G-Body, he's been helping out a lot, bouncing ideas off one another. And even with cleaning the garage out, I noticed one of those boxes that had a whole bunch of stuff I was about to throw away. And we were talking about the weather stripping and everything on the Elko. He just got his in. And was talking about missing some parts or parts that he threw out. I was like, man, I was just about to throw out those parts. I'm glad you said something. So, like I said, it's just little things you don't think of that you're about to throw out or get rid of. And somebody else has a video or a post about it. Like, man, I might want to keep that or hang on to that. Who else? A shout out to G-Body Big Dog on Instagram. He was starting on a center console for his and tagged me in one of his stories. It was like, hey man, thanks for the motivation in it. What'd he say? Yeah, the motivation and the idea on how he could do his center console. So it's always nice to get that feedback when somebody watches the videos and goes back and applies it to their project. So that's pretty nice. Who else hit me up lately? D's Take Flight. He's got some stuff coming with his build, and the parts he just got in, that's gonna be a nice build, man. Yeah, we're talking a little bit on the builds and everything, and he's got some stuff coming. Yeah, there's a bunch of people out there that, like I said, I hit up, they hit me up, and just bounce ideas off of each other. There's another guy local that wants me to help him out with his LS swap. I think he has an LS1 with T56, has a Terminator X already, and the UMI suspension. So I'm gonna see if I can get over there, help him out a little bit, and see where we go from there. But man, it's crazy. I'm about to hop out of the car and show you guys what I've been collecting and getting ready and what's gone. And well, I guess I'll start with Monte since I'm already in here. I did figure out the route I'm going with this. I hit up my sister. I should be getting the dash back shortly. And before I was going to do the vinyl wrap and everything, but I think now it's not going to be Alcantara, but it's going to be like the micro suede material. So I'll wrap the dash in that. Obviously these plastic trim pieces, like the dash bezel and everything, I'll wrap that. I'll wrap these trim pieces along here. I'm not sure if I'll tackle the doors just yet, but like it's kind of like this material here. Of course this is dyed, so it's a little stiffer, but the micro suede would help out. But yeah, all these trim pieces are gonna be wrapped in micro suede. The dash is gonna be micro suede, so that'll be black, and then I'll do white stitching. But I'll probably throw up a clip or something of the Corvette I was checking out. It had red stitching. Was it red? Yeah, it had red and white stitching in certain places. Let me see. Nope, just red stitching. So yeah, it had a bunch of red stitching in there. So I was thinking about white stitching because the seats are all white and I don't want to do anything with the seats, so I might just do black with white stitching. And then El Leroy, he hit me up and was like, get some red in there too. I think I posted some pictures in, so I might do a little bit of red stitching, especially with that. There's a plastic part here on the dash that usually has like the Monte Carlo SS or something on it. So I think that's going to be stitched in white. All right, that's going to be white vinyl, and I might get my logo embroidered on it or stitched on it. It'll probably be black with some red in it. So he hit me up there. I do have a sample of the seat material, so I could try to match the color as close as I can. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm planning to do with the interior. Just wrap everything in that micro suede and do some stitching. I'm still working on the sewing machine, but I finally figured it out for the most part, at least getting everything to actually start. I was messing around doing some just freehanding some diamond stitching, kind of like what's in the seats a little bit. So I figured if I take my time and actually like mask it off or measure it out, I could get it, but I'll try to keep it somewhat simple. Yeah, got the engine hoist back, so I borrowed my engine hoist back from my neighbor, and the engine stand is free. So the 6.0 is gone. I sold that the other day. Figured it's taking up a lot of room back there. I wasn't planning on getting into it anytime soon, so I was like, might as well let it go, and it sold fairly quick. So yeah, that freed up a lot of room back here. Like I said, it was right here. Have all this open. I need to get rid of those oil containers and everything. But it's nice to be able to actually walk around the car, walk around the workbench area, and we'll get to all this stuff here in a little bit. Yeah, move some stuff around here. Like I said, there's a big box with all the extra trim pieces, and when I say I have a bunch of extra stuff, like I said, probably just one set of these trim pieces I need. Had a bunch of extra window sweeps and everything, interior trim pieces for the Elko and the Monte, some bed trim for the Elko, the air downs, another complete plastic piece, or interior plastic for the Elko, coolant reservoirs. Have stuff for like an 84 Cutlass in there, brake pedals, gas pedals. I have a manual brake pedal set up for a G-body in there and everything. It's just a whole bunch of parts. Like I said, I was about to throw some of them out, but Warren G-body hit me up today or this morning while I was at work and going over the weather stripping and the weather seal and everything for his. He's like, man, I threw away all these other parts. I was like, man, I was just cleaning out the garage, about to throw those out too. So glad I kept all those. So still need to clean out all this stuff. Like I said, I have extra lower door panel trim, a couple extra glove boxes, a whole bunch of extra parts. So trying to get this motor out of here, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that, but might just throw it on Marketplace for real cheap or free, try to get that out of here. But that's enough talking about cleaning up the garage or straightening it up a little bit. It's an organized mess, but it's getting there. But this got dropped off the other day. Well, this did. Had to go pick that up, borrowed the bandsaw from a buddy. So yeah, finally got the exhaust piping in for the Monte. So it's just a stainless steel exhaust kit or exhaust piping off of Amazon. So I believe it's an 8-piece kit. It has the 2 4-foot sections, two 45-degree bends, 2 180-degree bends, and 2 90-degree bends. So I've never done an exhaust, so it's going to be a learning experience. I'm still working on my welding skills. So when I did the crossover pipe, it was a lot easier than doing the floorboards. But like I said, I have a couple buddies that weld and everything, and ask them for advice. They give me tips on what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. So I think the exhaust, I think we can knock it out. Picked up a bench vise the other day, so it's going to come in handy. I'm not sure for what, but it's definitely going to be nice to have one now. I might use this block of wood here, cut it down to shape, or cut it down a little bit and put it on the back side of the workbench, so it kind of reinforces it, and just bolt the vise down to there, or to the workbench. And like I said, I was looking at buying a bandsaw, and I remembered one of my buddies in the neighborhood. He just got one, so I hit him up, and I was like, "Hey, you using your bandsaw for a couple weeks?" He's like, "Nah, man, you could take it." So he let me borrow the bandsaw, and I was like, "Does it have the stand for it?" He's like, "Nope, just freehanding it." So I went ahead and bought the stand. So when I give him the bandsaw back, I might just have to go buy my own bandsaw, since I'm probably keeping the stand. So yeah, got some V-band clamps for the exhaust. So it's just going to be a 3-inch exhaust, and I got the V-bands because obviously at the end of the downpipe, there's a V-band flange already on there. So I'll put the V-band from there. Just run it a little bit. Well, I'm thinking about just run the V-band. It'd be a little straight pipe. Put the cat there. Another straight pipe, and then another V-band. So that way, if I need to take that center section off, I can. Say I want to add a muffler or anything to it, which I probably should just order one. I'm kind of leaning towards Borla. A lot of people say the turbo quiets it down. It acts like a muffler itself, but I kind of want on the quiet side, so I'm thinking run the cat, a muffler, and then the section that goes over the axle, and have it come out the side. So I know the section that goes over the axle is going to be hard to keep taking in and out, so once that's in, I kind of want that set into place. So that's why I want to put a V-band in between that center section. So say I don't like the muffler sound and I want to change it up, I could take that center section out and then just slide it back in, no problem. But that's the plan I have. Like I said, I've never done exhaust. I'm still learning on a lot of this car stuff, so I have to go back, watch the video I had when I had the 88 here, see how it's routed. Probably climb up under the Elco, see how that's routed, get some ideas for both of them. I still need to go out and grab another bottle of gas, so I'll probably do that Monday. But yeah, it's nice having all the parts here, gathering up all the tools. So we're getting close. But like I said, I had two other videos. One, I think I had when the exhaust just got dropped off, And then I had another one when I was selling the 6.0 and cleaning up the garage a little bit. I said just scrap those and just throw it in this one. So yeah, still have a little bit of organizing to do, but for the most part, man, there's a lot more room in the garage than I remember. So just organizing a little bit, moving some stuff around, trying to figure out what works for me. I might move the toolbox back over in that corner, move the air compressor and all that, but who knows? It's a nice view. But yeah, that's about it. It'd be nice if I had the lift in here already. Like I said, those 13-foot ceilings would come in handy. So got a lot of space up here that's not being used, so I want to get a lift. I thought about putting some more shelves in so I could just throw stuff up there, like all that extra trim piece and everything. If I had some shelves up there, it'd be up there. Still want to epoxy the floors, so who knows? That might be a summer project. Once both of these are mobile, I'll be able to get them out of the garage for a few days, epoxy the floors, and go from there. But yeah, that's kind of some ideas for the garage. I'm really trying to get the driveway extended first, so I'm trying to save up a little bit for that, get the driveway extended. So if another project does happen to pop up or something, I'll have room to put it there. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. Extend the driveway first, and then worry about doing stuff inside the garage. Like I said, epoxy the floors, get the lift, and kind of like what Grind School did with the black ceiling. I've kind of been looking into that too, so that might get painted. The walls might get repainted, I don't know, but that's not a priority. I'm just trying to really get the 85 drivable. Because like I said, it will be out at the Classic Gbody Garage meet in Ohio in July, so looking forward to meeting a few people out there and just get the car out and have some fun. So that's it for this one. It was a little after the fact, but big shout out to Jermaine Knowles. He hit me up because I had the question about which digital dashes work with the Holley Terminator. I thought it was just Holley and Tinker, or like a tablet with Windows on it. He said that Dakota the Digital works with the BIM module, so appreciate you for that. That just adds another option in there. I forgot. So when I saw the 6.0 originally, I told him I was going to keep the valve covers, but I kind of felt bad sending the motor out without valve covers for the drive. So I actually took the ones I had painted red off of the Elco and threw the powder coated white ones on there. So it would have looked better with on the 88 once that gets swapped, but they're going to live on the Elco. Still have to get new bolts for it, so I'll get those, and then I'll probably end up repainting that. If not, just get a new intake. But yeah, just a little different look. Still need to put the coil packs and everything back up there, but I just had to come out. I remember that, trying to give everybody a shout out that's hit me up in the last week or two. But yeah, so now that's it.